Hello everyone, my name is Brian Garvin from MLMReviewKings.com, and I wanted to talk to you about a little situation that happened recently in the state of New York that could be a small step toward a bunch of larger steps at changing the energy drink industry. The energy drink industry right now is about a $50 billion industry, and millions of people buy them, and not just energy drinks, but sugary drinks as well, which I pretty much put in the energy drink industry because that's why people buy them. They usually buy caffeine-based drinks just, to get more kick and energy. But what I'm going to try to do is discuss a little bit of what happened and how a company called Yoli could end up, having a big step toward changing all this. Okay, first of all, in the state of New York, basically there are bulletin boards going all over the place that basically said that energy drinks had a lot of ugly lumps of human fat that were entrenching the blood vessels, and these were pictures that were showing up all over New York. And this was actually done by the New York Health Department. And the representatives who started the campaign, they did it because they wanted to intimidate the citizens of New York from drinking, things like sodas, energy drinks, manufactured teas, caffeines, and, basically other unhealthy beverages and beverages that were loaded with toxins and sugar. So that's what happened. So they started this campaign, and it basically created a real shock toward the community. And these people that are doing this were actually lovers of Yoli, which really is a big deal. Because you have to understand the industry is, really damaged as far as the energy drink industry. Obviously the companies that sell these make a mint, and they're not going to stop producing them if they have consumers. And consumers usually don't read the labels on what they buy because they just like the kick that they get from the drink. I don't know, too many times I've seen people looking at labels before they drink the drink, but the bottom line is Yoli is entering the energy drink market, and their concept's a little different. They want to do two things. They want to give everyone the same benefits of having a drink loaded with sugar and give them that kick and that inspiration to, get on with their day, but they also want to do this in a way where they're also providing a bunch of nutrition at the same time. So that's a big deal. And like for example, I want to, here's a little ad by the New York, I think it's called the New York Department of Health, that basically says, are you pouring on the pounds? Don't drink yourself fat. Cut back on soda and other sugary beverages. Go with water, seltzer, or low-fat milk instead. So basically, one little bottle, a 20-ounce bottle can have 16.5 teaspoons of sugar for just a bottle of soda. And if you think lemon tea's fine, you'll also find that could be very sugary as well, and it can contain as much as 14.5 tablespoons of sugar, which is even worse. So a 20-ounce energy drink sometimes contains as much as 7.5 teaspoons of sugar, and this is a department that was involved in this study that said all this. So basically the agencies from New York, the health agencies, are really upset right now. They're concerned about the citizens in New York and all their teenage kids and their children that are drinking all this stuff, this toxic stuff, and they want to put a change to it. So Yoli recently has come out with an energy drink that is completely different, and I'm going to talk about the delivery of the drink soon, but let's talk about what it contains in it right now. Okay, here you go. Look, I'm showing you right now the nutrition label on one of the Yoli drinks, and I believe this is from Yoli. This was Yoli Fun or Yoli Truth, but here and they're all pretty much the same. They all contain these kinds of ingredients. You could tell right here, vitamin C, you get 100% of your daily value. D3, 25% of your value. Thiamine, if I can pronounce that correctly, 50% of your value. Riboflavin, 41%. You could go on and see all these nutrients and the percentages that they deliver your daily needs. So if you drink 3 or 4 of these a day, you're going to be in great shape. You're going to have all the nutrients you need now. Energy drinks just don't provide this. And remember, we're talking about a $50 billion industry, and people just aren't conscious. They just don't pay attention to what's in their food. And it's sad because as you get older, it might not affect you while you're a teenager or when you're a young adult. But the problem is, if you think buying energy drinks, is expensive, and I'm just going to tell you up front, Yoli charges $239 a month for an auto ship, which you get loaded with energy drinks to last you a full month. But if you think that's expensive, you got to remember you're paying at least half that price for sodas anyways. And what's the cost of diabetic medicine? What's the cost of doctor's visits when you get a heart attack? You know, how much is it for a heart transplant? You know, you got to think about those things down the road. I mean, you're really not spending much more money, plus look at all the nutrients you're getting. So what I want to also, so this basically explains why Yoli's the real deal and why it's a solution to go with. You know, if you're a product consumer, you should get on it and stay on it, because it's a great program. And you know as well as I do, there's nothing better than a refreshing drink once or twice a day. And if you're going to do it, why would you want to why would you want to kill yourself with toxins like caffeine and sugar and stuff like that? So the other thing I want to talk to you about is the Yoli Blast Cap. This is their delivery system to deliver. See, basically what happens is the blast caps, you screw them on the top of your bottle, you give them a light press with your thumb, and it delivers that's right into the water. And what happens is, as the powder goes into the water, the nutrients are nice and fresh into the water, and you can keep this blast cap for 1 month, 6 months, as long as you need to, until you want to drink it, and all the nutrient value will be preserved. With a regular drink, if you leave it around for too long, the nutrients any nutrients that are in the drink, if they have any at all, are going to dissipate, and they're going to go bad, and they're not going to have the same value. So with the Yoli's Truth and Yoli Fun, with both their drinks, you can basically, like I say, you lightly press with your thumb, you screw it on the top of the bottle, and then the powder just blasts right into the bottle, and then you drink it, and then you're set. So that's the difference between Yoli and a lot of the other drinks that are out there, and they have a patent on this. So we're like the only company that could, at this point, actually we're the only company ever that can offer this technology, because it's patent pending. So no other company, bigger company, can come around and say, just do it, because they'd have to do it another way. They couldn't do it this exact way. So I just want to go over that with you. You can click the link at the bottom of this page that says Yoli International. You can visit our main site, where if you go there, I'll show you in a second here. Get rid of this, and you scroll down to the bottom of this page, and you can fill out your name and information. And this is our main page. It's mlmreviewkings.com/Yoli-International. Now this is a featured post. So if you go to the bottom, so it'll always be here on our front page. So if you just go to mlmreviewkings.com, you'll see it. And if you go down to the bottom here, you'll see that we're going to link to all of the pages that we post on this site that give more information about Yoli. So all you have to do is click any of these links, and you'll get there really easy. Like, for example, if you click this, you go back to the page we were on that I was showing you. So that's about it, and I hope you visit our website soon, and have a super day. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.